Stop swiping left or right. You are looking for all the wrong things. Forget looks, chemistry, and charm. Here are the 9 non-negotiable signs of true character that predict a successful relationship. We must begin by destroying the most dangerous myth in modern dating, the belief that chemistry is the same as character. The spark, the butterflies, that intoxicating feeling of an instant connection. It is a powerful and beautiful experience, but it is not a reliable indicator of a person's quality. You can have explosive chemistry with someone who is fundamentally wrong for you, someone who is unkind, unreliable, or untrustworthy. Chemistry is the marketing campaign. Character is the product itself. The marketing can be brilliant, with dazzling visuals and a perfect sales pitch. But if the product is poorly made, it will inevitably fall apart. We are taught to chase the feeling, but feelings are fleeting. Character is the bedrock. It is the foundation upon which a life of trust, respect, and safety is built. Before you even begin to assess a partner, you must make a sacred vow to yourself, to have the wisdom to look past the seductive spark, and to have the patience to investigate the steady, quiet flame of true character. The first non-negotiable sign is the absolute bedrock of all healthy connections: radical honesty. This is not just about not telling lies, it is a profound commitment to the truth, even when it is difficult or uncomfortable. A person of character does not omit, conceal, or spin the truth to manage your perception of them. They are willing to be vulnerable and transparent because they value the integrity of the relationship more than the protection of their own ego. There is a vast difference between privacy and secrecy. Privacy is having your own space to think and process. Secrecy is intentionally hiding information that affects your partner and the relationship. A person who operates in secrets is building a separate reality, a world to which you are not invited. This creates a foundation of sand. You cannot build a life with someone you cannot fundamentally trust. So watch for it. Do their stories change? Do they avoid direct questions? Is their life an open book, or is it a heavily redacted document? Honesty is the first and most crucial pillar. Without it, all others will eventually fall. The second non-negotiable sign is the mark of a true emotional adult: the ability to take responsibility. This is the polar opposite of a blame-based mindset. When things go wrong, as they inevitably will, what is their first instinct? Do they look for a scapegoat? Is it always their boss's fault, their family's fault, their ex's fault, or eventually your fault? Or do they have the strength and humility to look inward and say, "This is my part in this, I made a mistake"? A person who cannot take responsibility is a professional victim. They see themselves as a blameless hero in a world that is constantly conspiring against them. To be in a relationship with this person is to be permanently auditioning for the role of their next villain. You will be blamed for their bad moods, their failures, and their disappointments. A person of character understands that responsibility is not about blame, it's about power. By owning their mistakes, they retain the power to fix them and to grow. Choose a partner who owns their actions, not one who is constantly outsourcing the blame. Now, we move into the heart of connection. The third non-negotiable sign is genuine empathy. And I want you to understand the critical difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone from a distance. Empathy is the courageous act of trying to feel with someone. It's the ability to temporarily step out of your own perspective and try to understand the world from their point of view, especially during a disagreement. You deserve a partner who, even when they think you are wrong, can still say, "I understand why you feel that way. Help me see it from your side." A partner who lacks empathy will constantly invalidate your feelings. They will say things like, "You're being too sensitive," or "You shouldn't be upset about that." They are judging your emotion instead of connecting with it. You're not asking for a partner who always agrees with you. You're asking for a partner who honors your feelings as valid, even when they don't understand them. That is the feeling of being truly seen. Believe that you are worthy of that kind of connection. This next sign is not glamorous, but it is essential. It is the non-negotiable trait of consistency. Is there an alignment between their words and their actions? Do they do what they say they will do? This applies to everything, from the small promises to the big ones. If they say they will call you at 8, do they call at 8? If they promise to help you on Saturday, are they there on Saturday? Or is their life a constant stream of smooth excuses, last-minute cancellations and apologies for dropping the ball? A person who is inconsistent in the small things will be inconsistent in the big things. Charm makes promises, character keeps them. You cannot build a life on a foundation of maybes and I forgots. You deserve the peace and security that comes from being with someone whose yes means yes and whose no means no. Do not settle for the excitement of spontaneity at the cost of the deep peace that comes from reliability. You have the power to choose a partner whose word is their bond. I want you to burn this next sign into your mind. It is the ultimate litmus test of a person's soul, foundational kindness. This is not the strategic kindness they show to you while they are trying to win you over. This is the unconscious, automatic kindness they show to the world when they think no one is watching. It is the waiter test. How do they treat people who can do absolutely nothing for them? How do they speak to the cashier who is having a slow day? How do they react to a stranger who needs help? Are they a good person, or are they just good to you for now? You have the strength and the right to demand a partner who is fundamentally good-hearted. A partner whose kindness is not a tool of seduction, but a reflection of their very essence. The way they treat the world is the way they will one day treat you once the honeymoon phase is over. Watch closely. Believe what you see. You deserve a love that is rooted in genuine, foundational kindness. All right, it's time for a pop quiz. I call this one the flat tire test. Life has just thrown you a curveball, a cancelled flight, a broken down car, a ruined plan. What happens next? Is it meltdown city? Do they start pouting, blaming and raging at the universe, turning a simple problem into a full-blown drama? Or do they become your amazing co-pilot on Team Figure It Out? Do they say, well, that's annoying. Okay, new plan. This is the non-negotiable sign of resilience. You're not looking for someone who can avoid problems. You're looking for someone who can solve them with you. A partner who crumbles under pressure will be an anchor dragging you down. A partner who can laugh in the face of chaos? That person is a keeper. So next time something goes wrong, don't get frustrated. Get curious. You're getting a free preview of your future. Let's talk about one of the rarest and most attractive superpowers a person can possess: humility. And it comes down to two magic words: my bad. Can they say it? Or does their ego immediately go into defense mode, building a fortress of excuses and justifications? A person who can never be wrong is a person who can never learn. A person who can never apologize will make you feel crazy for having a reaction to their bad behavior. It's a relationship hack that is so simple, yet so many people fail at it. Find someone who is more committed to getting it right than to being right. That humility is the secret ingredient that allows a relationship to grow and heal. It's the ultimate power-up. This next one is a big one, folks. Let's call it the stop sign test. When you draw a line in the sand, when you say no, when you express a need for space, what happens? Do they respect your stop sign, or do they treat it like a suggestion? Do they push, pressure, guilt trip, or try to logic you out of your own feelings? A person of high character hears your no and respects it, even if they don't understand it. They see it as a beautiful expression of your self-respect. A person who constantly tests your boundaries is not trying to get closer to you. They are trying to see how much control they can have. Find a partner who respects your stop signs. It is a fundamental requirement for feeling safe and honored. Finally, we come to the sign that transforms a good partnership into a great one. They must be an active supporter of your growth. A true partner, a person of deep and abiding character, is not your competitor. They are your number one fan, your biggest cheerleader. Your success is not a threat to their ego, it is a victory for the team. They are the person who pushes you to take the risk, to apply for the job, to start the business. They are the one who sees your potential, even when you can't, and holds that vision for you. A person who is insecure will subtly sabotage your growth. They will downplay your victories or create drama right before your big presentation. A partner of true character will be waiting with a bottle of champagne to celebrate your wins, and a strong shoulder to lean on for your losses. This is non-negotiable. You are building a life, and you need a co-builder who is dedicated to helping you become the best possible version of yourself. So let's bring it all together. It is time to stop gambling with your heart. It is time to stop being swayed by the temporary intoxication of chemistry and charm. Building a life with someone is the most important decision you will ever make, and it must be treated with the seriousness of an architect designing a skyscraper. You must have a list of non-negotiable materials. A partner must have honesty as their foundation. They must have responsibility as their framework. They must have empathy and kindness as their insulation. They must have resilience and humility as their tools for repair. And they must respect your blueprint and cheer for you as you build side by side. Do not settle for a fixer-upper. Have the courage to wait for, and to be worthy of, a master craftsman. The peace and security of your future self will thank you for it. If this was helpful, subscribe for more blueprints on building stronger relationships. And in the comments below, let us know one non-negotiable sign of character that you value most.